Hey, how's it going, Elder Scrolls Nation? Skullzi here with something that actually came directly from Bethesda for once. Yay! And in typical Bethesda secretive fashion, we didn't get much of anything, yet one simple announcement. One that we could all have fucking guessed anyway. But there is something near the end of the video that caught my eye that just might reveal a bit more than we may think. Now, the obvious point of this video is to announce that Bethesda will be at E3 2018 this year. And they felt the need to tell us this by a cute little video that, of course, people are already thinking somehow confirms Starfield. And at this point, I kind of feel sorry for Bethesda, because while the video didn't offer much at first, it was a creative and thoughtful little way of letting us know that Bethesda will be at E3 2018, and they gave us the time which you can watch their showcase live, or even be there live, like in person, because people still do those kind of things. But anyway, I feel a bit sorry for them because, you know, there are probably some toxic-ass, Szechuan sauce-loving Bethesda fans that wanted a game trailer or something more, and are yelling and shaking their stupid little fists at Bethesda saying, "Ah, you don't love us, you're assholes, you only like money." Just shut up, guys. They put work into this. This probably wasn't easy to make, this little video, and I liked it. And of course, like I said, there is more than meets the eye at first, which I'll get into later. So in case you haven't seen the video, here it is, but you should really watch the official video by clicking here or by checking the link in the description below. Now let's break the video down really quick before I touch on what I think we could see from the Bethesda showcase at E3 this year. Okay, so this is obviously just some kind of crafting board, drawing board. Nothing really to see here, someone working. Looks like a different person than actually what started the video, so she handed off the project to someone else. Cactuses. People usually use cactus as desk plants, so the cactuses might not necessarily mean anything. They use cactuses as desk plants because they don't have to water them, and then that way they don't make a big watery mess all over that paperwork that is due at 4 p.m. But one interesting thing is that urn gives me a desert-like feel, kind of reminds me of Khajiit-style stuff, but that doesn't mean anything. These are just cactuses that are used as desk plants because they don't have to water them, that's all that is. Don't think too much into that. More crafting times! Could you imagine if Bethesda did this stuff every time they made a game? They're like, okay, we need to figure out what the characters and the levels are gonna look like. Okay, shouldn't we just draw them? No! Draw them and cut them out, and make them into figurines, and act out a scene in front of me. Maybe that's why it takes Bethesda so long to make these games. Now, there is something interesting here. This scene kinda does give me hints of a desert feel. Like I said, I brought that up before with the urn or the pot that has that cactus in it, but I still don't think any of this means anything. But if you look at the blue sky in the background and then the desk, it kind of looks like sand. But no, I don't mean anything by that, so don't start thinking this is some kind of prediction for Elder Scrolls 6 Elsewhere or anything like that. It's just something that stands out to me. Essentially, all this is just showing them the creation of them making this scene that they're going to show you here, and boom! The scene that some people think predicts Starfield will be announced at E3 this year, because there are stars! Yay! There's characters from their games, Doom and Wolfenstein, and the Dragonborn, fireworks. It's just a cute little thing they did to show us and tell us not only that they're going to be at E3 this year, but also to give us the time. But here is what is interesting. This right here, and I'm going to talk about this in a second. Now, first, I just want to reiterate, I talked about that, oh, this looks like a desert scene. I don't mean anything by that. I don't think we're gonna get an Elder Scrolls 6 announcement this year. I'd rather just be real with you all than just try and stir up hype. Bethesda has said many times, we're gonna have another game or two before we see the Elder Scrolls 6. Now, of course, there is a very small possibility of Elder Scrolls 6 being at E3 this year, as of course, Bethesda before, back in 2015, denied that they even started working on Fallout 4. Then, they announced it at E3 that year and released the game in November that year as well. But I still say the chance of seeing anything Elder Scrolls 6 related at E3 2018 is about 1% or less. But what does stand out to me is what it says at the end of the video, creating something special. This theme is definitely unique, and that quote definitely stands out to me. But what does it mean exactly? Well, something special wouldn't be a new expansion for the Elder Scrolls Legends card game, but I do expect to see that at E3 this year. Something special wouldn't be be a new DLC or something like that for The Elder Scrolls Online, but I do expect to see that at E3 this year as well. Something special definitely wouldn't be a VR remaster of Dishonored or Doom, but of course I expect to see that at E3 as well. Now, while all these things would definitely be awesome, and I'm not trying to discredit all the work done on these projects, it just doesn't seem like it would be the creating something special level event. So what do I expect? Well, one of the new mysterious games that Bethesda Game Studios is working on. One that is supposed to be as big in scale and epicness as The Elder Scrolls or Fallout. A totally new title, something that we haven't seen from Bethesda Game Studios since, well, kinda Fallout 3, but even Fallout 3 was a continuation of a franchise that already existed and was created by somebody else. I think at E3 2018 we are truly gonna see something special, something we haven't seen in a long time, and that is a new franchise, a new game universe created by Bethesda Game Studios. And while I love to see The Elder Scrolls 6 get announced, a new Bethesda Game Studios IP is something special indeed, and I'm already fucking hyped! So, what is this new IP? Nobody knows. There's always the Starfield thing that Bethesda has denounced many times, and some people have saying that this scene in the video here proves it's gonna be Starfield, but really, come on, it's a city skyline at night. So there are stars at night. It's aesthetic. Naturally, a skyline would be more beautiful when it's all lit up at night with stars glittering above. That doesn't fucking mean Starfield just because there are stars. I'm not trying to be rude, but some people kind of think into things a little too much. It stirs up the rumor pots, and then people are just arguing amongst themselves about these things. It's just stars, people. Relax. There's also what I talked about in one of my recent videos, whatever this giant monster news trademark is that ZeniMax keeps renewing, just like Starfield. However, that could have nothing to do with Bethesda Game Studios, as ZeniMax is a major company, and both Bethesda Softworks and Bethesda Game Studios themselves is just one portion of that company. So, while at first it may seem like this video is only simply confirming that they will be at E3 along with providing the date and time of their showcase, once again Bethesda gives us more than initially meets the eye. And while I say this is obviously only my opinion and my analysis of the situation, so don't take it as fact, I am almost certain that they have created something special over these last few years, and they're gonna show us what that is at E3 this year. And even more exciting, in typical Bethesda Game Studios fashion, I predict Bethesda is going to release that game in either October or November of this year as well, meaning we're probably gonna get to play a new Bethesda Game Studios game this year in 2018. Yeah! Now, what the real question is, what do you think about all this, Elder Scrolls Nation? What do you think Bethesda is going to show us at E3 this year? What secrets do you think that this E3 2018 trailer has hidden within? Did I miss anything? Are you one of those people gazing up into the stars thinking Starfield? Let me know in the comments below, and I might feature it in a future video. Also, I am doing a Q&A Ask Me Anything video next week, so if you want to ask me anything, be sure to comment that below as well, and I'll answer it in the video next week. I am also doing a Skullzi t-shirt giveaway soon, where I'm going to give away 5 unique and special Skullzi t-shirts. If you want to win, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to turn notifications on, as YouTube is a douche and turns them off all the time. And subscribe to my twatters, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when that friendly flying squirrel on Skooma flies over the ocean and over to Akavir. For some fucking reason. Fuck this squirrel, I just wanted to go home and eat cheese.
Bye, have a great time.